Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about something you probably look through every single day, glass. It's in your windows, on your phone. But what if I told you it's not what you think it is? That it's not really a solid, but it's not a liquid either. Yeah, let's dive into this amazing mystery.
So you've probably heard this one, right? The old story about the stained glass windows in medieval cathedrals. The tale says they're thicker at the bottom because over hundreds of years, the glass has flowed down like an incredibly slow river. It's a pretty cool story, and it sure sounds convincing. But is that really what's happening?
Well, here's where it gets really weird. The real answer is, it's neither. Seriously, glass isn't a super slow-moving liquid, but it's not a true solid, in the way scientists would define it. It's something else entirely, a bizarre and beautiful state of matter that's basically a liquid moment frozen in time.
To really wrap our heads around what glass is, we need to shrink ourselves down and take a look at the atomic level, because that's where the secret to its identity is hiding.
Okay, first, picture a true solid, like a diamond or even a tiny grain of salt. If you could see its atoms, you'd see this perfect, repeating, three-dimensional pattern. It's like a perfectly organized army of atoms, all locked in formation. We call that a crystalline structure. It's orderly, it's predictable, and it's strong.
Now, glass is a whole different story. It's what scientists call an amorphous solid. Its atoms are just a jumbled, chaotic mess, exactly like the atoms in a liquid. You can literally think of it like this. Imagine you hit a giant pause button on boiling water, and every single molecule instantly froze right where it was. That's glass.
And because their internal structures are so radically different, they behave differently when you heat them up. A crystal with its neat structure has a specific melting point. It goes from solid to liquid, bang, just like that. But glass doesn't really melt. It goes through a much more gradual process called a glass transition.
And this brings us to this really key idea, the glass transition temperature, or TG for short. This isn't one single temperature, like ice melting at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. It's more of a zone. It's the range of temperatures where glass goes from being that hard, brittle material we all know to something soft, rubbery, and workable.
And you know what? You've actually seen this happen. Think about a piece of chewing gum. In your warm mouth, it's soft, it's stretchy, it's above its glass transition temperature. But if you were to stick it in a glass of ice water for a minute, it would become hard and brittle, and you could probably shatter it. That is the glass transition, right there in action.
Okay, so now that we've got a handle on the strange science of it all, let's take a quick look back at our long history with this material. It's a story that was literally forged in fire, and it goes back thousands and thousands of years.
Our story with glass actually starts with nature's own version, obsidian, that dark, sharp volcanic glass we used for tools ages ago. Then, around 3500 BC, we figured out how to make our own simple glass beads. But the real game changer, that was the Romans, who mastered glass blowing and made glass containers a part of everyday life. And from there, you fast forward to the Renaissance, where Venetian artisans took it to a whole new level, turning glassmaking into a closely guarded high art form.
But through all that history, one thing was always true. Glass is tough to work with. It's fickle, it's demanding. But then, one huge innovation came along that changed everything, unlocking its true artistic potential.
So in 1674, this English guy named George Ravenscroft has this brilliant idea. He starts adding lead oxide into his glass mixture, and what he created was a total breakthrough. This new lead crystal was heavier, it was easier for artisans to shape and cut, and most importantly, it had this incredible sparkle, almost like a diamond. It was perfect for creating detailed, decorative pieces. And this new material led to this incredible, highly skilled art form. First, a piece is blown, and then it's annealed. That means it's cooled down super slowly to make it strong. Then, a master craftsperson marks a complex design on the surface. After that, using grinding wheels, they painstakingly cut every single facet and groove into the glass. And finally, the whole thing is polished to bring back that amazing clarity and sparkle that makes cut crystal so special. So all that deep, hands-on knowledge, from understanding its weird atomic structure to the art of actually working it, has totally paved the way for the modern world. Today, our scientific mastery lets us use glass in ways our ancestors couldn't even have imagined.
These days, we've swapped some of those old hand tools for incredibly powerful computer simulations. There's a technique called the finite element method, which lets engineers build a digital twin of a glass structure inside a computer. They can then throw everything at it, virtual hurricanes, extreme heat, to see exactly how it will hold up in the real world, long before a single piece is ever manufactured. This lets us design these breathtaking glass buildings that are also unbelievably safe.
And you can see the results of this pretty much everywhere you look. We can engineer architectural glass that literally changes color in the sun. We have bioglass that can help our bones regenerate. Specialized glass is absolutely essential for solar panels. And of course, think about our digital world. Its optical properties are the very heart of everything, from the screen you're looking at this very second to the fiber optic cables that are bringing this explainer to you.
So, from this mysterious substance that's neither solid nor liquid to a material that defined empires to a high-tech tool that is literally building our future, glass has always been more than just something to look through. It's always been a reflection of our own ingenuity. It's a window into who we are and what we can achieve. So the only question is, what are we going to see through it next?